Welcome to the weekend market update. My name is Trent, and if you're new here, click like, click subscribe, follow for more updates in the future. Start things off here on SPY. We're on the weekly chart. As you can see, we have a solid green candle, small wick on the top side, small wick on the bottom side, clear uptrend. Daily chart. Zoom in a little more so it's not so janky looking. Basically, you can just see on the daily chart, we have 1, 2, 3 day bounce range at the top of the all-time highs. Expected move this week is 652, 52 high, 634.3 low. Obviously, that infers a higher high and a higher low on the chart. All right, so there's a few paths that I could see SPY taking this week that I would be interested in participating in if they occurred. First would be if we pop below this bounce range, do not have price acceptance, pop back above 642.75, get a higher low, then I would target 645 and most likely continue higher, 646.10, and then monitor for continuation into possible new all-time highs. The other possible path I could see, if we can get a higher low above 646.10, look for new all-time highs, or lower high below 642.75, target 639.85. At which point we would want to look for a reversal pattern either there or down at 638.15 for an hourly high or low to continue the uptrend. Those are basically 3 ideas this week for SPY that I would be interested in participating in. Moving on over to QQQ on our weekly chart, we are still having a clear uptrend on the weekly chart. We do have kind of a long wick at the top, showing we've had quite a bit of selling pressure. There is clear divergence between SPY and QQQ right now. Tech's been kind of selling off. And that's the big difference. You know, tech XLC accounts for 33%. So it's tech heavy. We are seeing on the hourly chart the start of a potential downtrend. We have a lower high and a lower low. Okay. So if we can consolidate in this area, break above 578.25, get a higher low, then I would look to target 581, then possibly up. If that does not happen and we get a lower high below this 576.35, look for that to drop to 574.75, possible continuation down to 571.7. That's the main idea I'd be looking for on QQQ this week. IWM, again, weekly chart showing a clear uptrend. We did get some selling pressure on Friday that gave us this wick. We'll just go straight to the hourly. Well, let me just show you this. We do have this previous bounce range here on IWM, 225.50 the top and 218.6 the bottom. 225.50 is the key level on IWM this week. If we can hold that level, I would look for continuation back up. If we look below this level, fail, get a higher low back above, good sign of a lower high being made, continuation of the uptrend. If we break below that level and get a lower high below it, then that would be a failed breakout. And I would be looking to eventually target the bottom of the bounce range, 218.6. As far as what's going on internally with the market, you could see here junk bonds pretty stable on Friday. We did have a downtick Thursday. They were stable Friday, which kind of supports the bounce range we see on SPY. Corporate grade bonds did show downward pressure Thursday and Friday, which kind of supports that selling that we're seeing on QQQ on bigger tech names. Market breadth, RXP. Let's see here. I mean, we had some downward pressure at the end of the week. It's kind of bear flag in there. Moving on over here to VOLD volume. We did have significant selling pressure Thursday. Friday, I would just say was really pretty flat. Ticks got somewhat negative Friday, you know, a negative 800 for the lows and 600 for the highs, but most of it was negative. Thursday was a lot more substantially negative. The VIX has actually stayed really low considering we just had a massive inflation print on Thursday for PPI. ADD flat on Friday, extreme negative on Thursday. So not all that strong the selling pressure in market internals. Really more flat. As far as taking a look at some other stocks, Robinhood was probably one of the cleanest traders Friday, and it really wasn't all that clean. I guess we did have this kind of bull flag here, and then it broke out. So as far as getting into that, if you're not already in it, now it seems so much when it charts like this, they open gapped up the next day. But if that doesn't happen, what I'd be looking for maybe a retest of this 113.5 in continuation. Another way it could play out is higher low above yesterday, high a day continuation. Or I might even be interested if we're retested and held this level down here, which is 112.12 and continuation. I'd probably be interested in any one of those. NVDA on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-day bounce range. It did do something Friday that I liked. It actually broke below the range bottom, got back above, and closed inside of the range. Could be indicative of a look below and fail. So if we can get something like this, maybe consolidation in here, and a higher low above 181.5, then we'd look for that to continue to 183.75. And if it's holding strong, into new all-time highs. I like that idea quite a bit. What would make me not like it is if it came back and did something like this. No longer interesting. All right, let's take a look over here at AMD. I love AMD. I've been holding since I don't know, but I'm up a lot on AMD, so I like it. Um, so it started to close a gap from here to here. There was a gap. It started to close a good chunk of that, kind of got caught up at this 177.75, which I was looking to happen, but it didn't fully reject that level. So if we break below Friday's low a day, obviously we would be looking to close the rest of this gap. The thing we'd be looking for at that point is, can we get an hourly higher low for continuation of the uptrend? If we don't break Friday's low a day, might be interested in getting back in long if we get a higher low above this 180.25. On to Palantir. Um, as you can see, Friday, we tried to shoot below this 175.35 level. Clearly rejected it. Started to get a higher low here. So what needs to happen next? If we can break back above here, I would be looking for something like this up to 183.5. If we can get a higher low above 178.85. However, alternatively, if we do break below this level, get clear acceptance below, higher low, down to the top of the gap at least, and would not be surprised to see the gap close if that does happen. Obviously, what we would be looking for, hourly higher low for continuation of the uptrend. On to Microsoft. You could see on Thursday, we broke new all-time highs, but just extreme selling when that happened. I think we opened way gapped up and just been selling ever since. Big old massive bear flag here. Little bit of gap left to close below. If we drop below 518.35, get a lower high below, I would just be looking for bearish continuation until we get a rejection at a key level for a higher. And we'll kill this video off with Broadcom. As you can see, we kind of got this head and shoulders pattern, shoulder, head, shoulder. If we break below the neckline of this and get a lower high off the neckline, I'll be looking target something like this. I'd be looking for targets of 297.65 and 293.25. That's only if we break below, get a lower high below that neckline to confirm the head and shoulders pattern. Have a great week. Keep your accounts green. Only trade A+ setups. Everyone says that, but it's entirely true. Don't guess. Strong risk management, strong stop losses, well thought out trading plan. It's the only way to succeed. I promise. Have a good one. See ya.